Hello and welcome back to another episode of Measurement in a Minute. I'm your host, 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗔 with Lakeside Process Controls. And in today's episode, we're starting a new discussion around 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗔's 1600 compact flow transmitter. Now this is a newly launched transmitter which can utilize power over Ethernet communication and offers huge value to our customers. Now before we dive into that and explain the benefits, I do want to take a step back in this video to look at the overall Ethernet network and see where power over Ethernet fits into that. To do this, we're looking at what's called the Open System Interconnect model. And the OSI model has many different layers to it. Personally, I like to start with the physical layer, the bottom layer itself, as this is what most folks are familiar with. So when we're talking Ethernet, we have many different physical options. We have conventional Ethernet, Wi-Fi, you might be hearing about Ethernet APL coming down the pipeline, SPE, or PoE, which stands for Power over Ethernet, and really what the focus is around the 1600 transmitter. There's many benefits to that, and again, we're going to get into that in upcoming videos. Now, this physical layer is driven by the installation requirement. So whether or not a device needs, lower or higher amounts of power, or whether or not maybe it's in a class 1 div 1 area, those things are going to dictate which of these physical layers may or may not make the most sense. Now the next few layers up here are relatively standard across through the Ethernet protocol, but this is all about the network architecture, and there's some options to pick through here, but the idea is we are packing up, transmitting, and unpacking the data to this top set of layers here, which are what many of us are familiar with, are the protocol layers. Now Ethernet IP and Modbus TCP, I specifically bolded and highlighted those, as those are options available with the 1600 transmitter. Now, when we're looking at, a Coriolis flow meter and we're going to install it in an application, the point to understand here is that that protocol layer is probably already determined on site because we're trying to integrate with, say, some sort of control system that's already on site. But that physical layer is what is completely independent of that protocol layer and allows for flexibility in that installation. And so when we're talking our 1600 transmitter, we have both conventional Ethernet and power over Ethernet available. Now I like this illustration above me here because it helps to highlight that there's really different building blocks here. So we have this standard Ethernet throughout the middle, and then at the top we can have whatever that protocol is, so Ethernet IP or Modbus TCP, but then it's that base layer here which we can swap out conventional Ethernet, power Ethernet, depending on the application. Should you have any questions about 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗬𝗔's 1600 compact flow transmitter or any other of our products, please reach out using our QR code on screen. Thanks everybody, have a great day.